It's AV SuperFriends First Friday Live, a short, often impromptu show streamed live to the socials and usually on the correct day, the first Friday of the month. We've collected 2 or 3 topics, news stories, product announcements, social media posts, or email listserv messages, and we'll give you our honest opinions in about 15 minutes or less, or your money back. Offer not valid in some states. The show starts now. Oh, we did it right. It's actually the first Friday. It's not always the first Friday. Do the show. It's our
been a
placeholder
broken
show.
clock.
Are they really honest opinions or just opinions?
My honest opinions. I'm not sugarcoating nothing. You guys can
Not
you guys
starting
can,
now.
You
I
can
like to have-
dance around whatever
I
you
like to
want
have
and be
falsified
diplomatic.
opinions.
I bet you would.
So we're running about 5 minutes late because we were just arguing about what to talk about, and decided that one of the articles one of the topics we really want to talk about is too big for this show. So
Yeah, our corporate partners will not allow us to have that in this format, so we'll save it for another show.
we have corporate partners.
Yeah.
So first article comes from AV Interactive, AV Magazine, and the title on this one is AVSF advertises for visionary, strategic, and articulate CEO. Because I think we talked about this a few months ago, David Labuscus announced his retirement. He's been there for, 15 years? A long time.
Yeah, close.
And so they're, going through the full big executive search for a new person because that's kind
They
of how you
hired
do
a
these things.
firm to do the full.
Well, that's
big
how you do it. You don't
search.
go put it on
No.
LinkedIn and start collecting resumes.
That's how the person who's going to do it's going to find it when it's all said and done.
Pretty much.
Just go
Yeah.
go post it down on the jobs board, part-time
It's in
jobs
the newspaper.
at the
You're
grocery
looking
store.
up to the back page, looking.
Oh,
look at
this one's
dishwasher.
this
AV
one's 3
dishwasher.
pages. Let's throw this one out.
So they announced, of course, they jump right in to it. They say AVIX has officially advertised the role of chief executive officer at a salary of $800 to $900.
Hey,
I really get out of bed for that kind of money.
Seeking a visionary, strategic, and articulate leader articulate leader. Okay, I thought they just had to be
You're out, Chris.
articulate.
You're not getting this job. Nope. Sorry.
Just wait
So
till we
yeah,
meet
just
Justin.
I think we should all apply and make them vet their work.
It'd be fun to apply just to see what the email we get that says, yeah, no, you're just sorry, you're not getting this.
I'd like to.
Would they
I'm
even send
submitting
us an
my
email?
name for consideration?
Oh no, they always have that canned thing. After an exhaustive search, we went with a more qualified candidate. Okay, sure.
My first
I don't
order,
really care.
My first order of business as the new CEO is to change the name from AVIXA back to Infocom. Just why not?
That'd be so weird, Chris.
Moving it back to like Colorado. We're gonna do it. Denver,
Anaheim.
Other
Bring it
side.
back to Anaheim.
Well, that was the show. See, that's the whole point. You got to confuse the
Yeah.
organization with the show. So
Exactly.
anyway, so if anyone's interested in making a
Career
fat
move.
bank,
Yeah.
Hey,
go apply for this.
it's expensive to live in DC.
Just
not
don't live in
cheap.
DC. Then.
Fairfax.
Work remote.
Yeah, something tells me this is going to be remote qualifying.
It's
That kind of money?
RTO. That's the first order of business. That's why they had to hire the right person for forward
does it
thinking and
say something about-
strategy.
We need people back in these offices. We are losing it on these offices.
I've got
Especially
a
all those
ton
ones we
of-
laid off 5 years ago.
I've got a ton of strategery right here. Might apply.
You always say that like you don't want to be doing the sound for like these trade shows. Like you don't like how would be doing like the AV integration for like the AVIXA offices be? Like how would that go? Like
I know how that went. Let's see. Who did that? One of my
you
buddies.
said you knew.
Yeah. It's been a while,
Was it
though.
Steve
was a while.
Grabowski?
Well, I think
Well, they refreshed it. Oh shoot, it's been a long time. Never mind.
it
Now
might
I'm
have
curious.
been.
Now I'm curious.
And I
What is
might
that
be
weird
I might be
training
wrong
room?
about this, but it might have been Jeremy Caldera's group that long ago.
I know
I'm
they
just
refreshed it
envisioning a
right
land-
before,
Well, there's
like,
probably
Chris
been a
and I went out
renovation
there.
since his, so I don't know
I would
about.
hope so.
Yeah, I would hope
Still a
so.
bunch
I
of
mean,
old
the one I'm
college
talking
bums
about
and
was
stuff hanging
when
out
they
with
first
GA.
got the video walls into the training center and all that.
Anyway,
The great thing about those planar video walls is they come with the date on which they're going to fail on the box.
man, guys.
No, they do.
Just saying. All right. So if anyone's interested in this, one word of warning: it does say you may have to travel up to 50% of the time globally. So enjoy earning your sky
Better get
miles
your
on that one.
passport.
Yeah.
Is there like interstellar travel in there?
Well, I
somewhere?
think what they mean is globally, internationally. So you're going to spend a lot of time sitting in airports and on crappy connecting flights. So
Does that count towards my 40 hours a week?
No, it doesn't. Get your KPIs matched here.
All right. Well, I'll brush on Chat GPT.
Yep. Just dump that in there.
Soon.
So.
Here we go.
Perfect.
Why not? I'll keep
right,
you all
well,
abreast of what happens.
So when's this all supposed to go down? Does
I
it
don't know.
give
I
us a
think they're
timeline?
It already has. You know
Probably
that.
have
It already went down?
You know how this
they
works.
already know. I wonder-
Was posted 3 days ago. So
is the job actually posted, or must I go through this third party?
I'm gonna bet
you have to go through the third party. It's a
It's not like
And I
on,
think they
like-
might be the kind that where they come to you versus you come to them.
Yeah,
possibly.
This is kind of like Major League Sports
It says apply
coaches
now.
and
Let me just fill this
managers.
out.
I apply.
I'll apply now. You're going to apply right here, like live
Me too.
on the show.
Just do it. I'll share the screen. We'll just fill this out right
Hey, as soon as you hit that apply button, tell us what that rejection letter says.
now. Yeah, it's just when I click, it's gonna based on my IP address. You're like,
Nope.
Nope, Wyoming out. We don't want any people riding horses over here.
There's no horses allowed
Yeah.
over here. So,
No.
all right, let me close this one. I'll move to the next one.
First Friday or the 4th or the 5th. AVSF Friday, fun a bonus gift.
All right, next story comes from the commercial AV subreddit. Always a fun place to go digging around in there.
Mark.
The question
Mark's
is,
always in that son bitch. He's
No,
always
it
in
posts
Reddit.
all the time. There's
This
some
one wasn't
gold in
even
there.
me, so this was somebody.
And then
else.
there's some times going, oh my God, you guys, like this came from an integrator that gets paid for this.
well,
Wow.
that's the scary thing. Is a lot of times you see questions and they're just like best hybrid system. I'm like, don't. If you're asking in here, no.
Yeah. Or
Anyway,
it's, hey, I won a contract. What is no?
we
what?
just won a bid for 27 office or 27 conference rooms in this law firm. What do we put in here? Like, how did you
and they always like, we found this no name whatever thing on Amazon. This is what we're thinking. It's like,
you guys think this is okay?
what?
Do you think this Yamaha receiver would work in the conference room?
And the first
so
response is, you need to hire an integrator. That's always the first response.
I am an integrator.
Well, then you need to hire a second one.
Yes,
Ooh,
sub it
double
out.
integrators. It's integrators all the way down. All right,
There's
so this
your
post
sign.
is titled Tessera Physical Fader, and the question is looking for a way to add a bank of physical faders to a Tessera DSP, buy empty Tessera DSP, or Tessera, depending on who you are, if you want to say it wrong. Currently using Canvas and need a better option. Well, I would say smashing your head into a car door is probably a better option than trying to use Canvas. But if you do need something physical, I would rather people just open up the full Tessera software and use that. Anyway,
Why do y'all hate on this? I want to see why y'all hate.
I think there's nothing wrong with what they do, and everything they did stopped in 2014. So
I could see the one reason why this would be legitimate.
all right, so I saw this link the other day. I opened this one up hoping that someone was going to mention my favorite company from Kansas, Mystery Electronics, and somebody
Yes,
did about halfway down. They're like,
they
dude,
got there.
you guys
That's
need to
the
go look at
correct
Mystery
answer.
Electronics, which is awesome, and kudos to those guys for existing out there and just this is what they make.
Yeah.
This if you need AVB or Dante connected physical faders for and you can stack them and you can have multiple banks of them. It is like crazy. If you want to do this sort of thing, they are your jam. Someone else pointed out that Scarhoy makes a whole line of these, which
Yep.
would work really well too.
Yes.
So kudos to that. So I'm glad there's companies out there making these little like widget box adapter things that you shouldn't need to have this, but
Yeah.
if you do, there's a solution for you. Plug in your PoE cable, you're good to go.
What is it? Pragma Solutions has one also.
There's a couple of them, yeah. If you've never seen these before, find them at Infocom. Go over and twist all their knobbers and crank in all their faders and all that stuff.
They
Just-
will talk to you
yes,
a lot.
and they make.
Let's make that a point at
things.
Infocom. We're going to make a whole segment of twisting knobbers and fader.
Who's
jobbers.
got the best knobbers?
Yes.
We may
gonna
need to
be fun.
rethink that name.
No.
I was going to say I got the best. No.
Okay.
Okay. Anyways, move
So
on.
to me,
Shut up, Mark.
there's something that felt missed
Mark's gonna
in
say
this
canvas.
whole process here. No, I mean,
What's wrong with this, Mark?
when you get to the point where you need to have all this physical stuff, this feels like something went wrong with the initial integration to me.
No.
Maybe.
Because I mean,
Okay, explain it, and then I'm going to
No, I
stomp
mean
all
I
over
can
your
see.
party.
Maybe.
Oh,
If
fight,
it-
fight,
so I mean, Chris,
fight.
you've dealt with this. We've talked about this on the show. It's at one point, like
We've
there
talked
is a
about
certain
everything.
place in time where it's like, whatever is going on here, and there's not enough to tell what's actually going on here. Could I just solve that with like a DM3?
No.
Why not? Because is it your fear that some uncapable person is going to come up there and get to a page and do something that they shouldn't do?
Absolutely.
That's not real.
It is.
No, it's not.
1000%.
Now, so I'm just want to.
Don't you want to just? Don't you want to?
Where do we think this is?
You want to break out
What's
every
going on?
channel. You want to sit in front.
Nope.
You want to be like that dude who
Nope.
takes the selfie at the recording studio in front of the 128 bank, even though he's only actually using one fader there. Because
That's, to me, in my mind, this is probably like, oh, I want to have something that feels like a light switch on a wall, so they can just turn these zones up and down in this auditorium. This is the serial integration for. Anyway, that's what it feels like. But if you need a mixer, just buy a mixer.
No.
So
Nope. I'll get to it in a minute.
there's been a few cases where somebody doesn't have a mixer. In this one instance where they need one, we've done this a couple times.
Mhm.
And the room wasn't designed for what they were trying to do, but had to
That's-
retool the room, and it was the cheapest way to do it.
That's-
Going back to what I'm saying, it
I know,
wasn't
I
designed for what
understand.
the room was trying to do.
I could see it as a tool in a new design because this one jackass has to have their way for something at a church, maybe, or I don't know.
It is.
I'm just throwing-
He's not
It
even
is a
here.
$3,000
I'm just throwing
punishment.
out there-
It is.
That's what I'm saying.
Possible reasons.
It has a purpose, and I find it to be a very narrow purpose. But one of the things is radio. You've seen broadcast consoles.
Sure,
They
yeah,
have a
they're
fader and
variable
two
all the way around.
buttons:
Yeah,
on,
It's on,
off,
off, and up and
and
down.
up and down.
Yeah.
Right, because those guys don't need anything more than that.
And the dump. Yeah, the dump button on there.
That's something
And
else.
I
With
To
find
do that,
off
I need to
the
have all
air
my
right
complicated
now.
GPIO for all my lights and auto mutes and ducks and all that stuff
So-
going on too. So
I have so I've done it in there, basically student based,
Mhm.
like broadcast things that I'm not going to buy a full Wheatstone systems or anything else, but I want the full
Cheapskate.
DSP.
your trigger words here, brother. Don't watch it.
Listen, WheatNet is
So-
the next big thing. You just wait,
I'm gonna have to check my undies. All right.
and not the modern WheatNet. I mean, we're talking like 1990s WheatNet. Made
Pre-Cobernet?
Cobernet look awesome. It made
No.
Cobernet look great.
Don't do it.
Moving it all back to SimNet next. We're gonna iterate.
So I've done that before, where I want everything locked down. I want it under control, and I don't want the silly little fingers messing with all of the settings. So now you just give them
Silly
on, off, up, and down. Very simple
fingers.
stuff. House of worship. We have to have physical interface, and you don't want them to have anything near it. Put one in. They're not cheap, but I do find them as being a good tool. It's better than a touchscreen. It's better than trying to start up software-based things. It is.
And sometimes it's better than a mixer.
Now, and it's better than a mixer.
Sometimes.
I like that you can make it do only what you want it to do and what you want people to be allowed to do, because we all know that we go into places. We were just talking about primary school installations. You don't want them having any of this, but they think they need it. So it's like the thermostat in all the hotel rooms. You can crank that sucker, but it's always going to be hot or cold, right? Our thermostats in all of our classrooms only go up 2 degrees or down 2 degrees. Like, you don't actually get
Most of the
any
ones
control.
in most buildings to get LEED certification, those are thermo monitors, not thermostats.
Well, we're going back to like the ones that still have a knob dial.
oh, they
like,
still have knobs and buttons. They just don't do anything.
So
it's that kind of thing. It is a tool in order to give some level of physical control without giving them the extras.
I'm
And
gonna
I
give
have
you
used
one
them
of-
in that way.
One of my favorite moves when I was a monitor engineer. Okay. And you,
Backflip?
you tell me if this is kind of what you're getting at here.
Uh,
You're there, Mr. We're gonna call you drummer, and I need more kick drum in my. And I lean over and do one of these things,
you just turn the button and it does nothing.
and it,
Turn your arm.
perfect. Did I do anything? No. So are you saying you're deploying these $3,000 things?
Yes.
Just for the so you can
Yes.
make it feel like they're doing something?
Yes. They get like
It's
plus
so
3. They get
stupid.
like plus 3 and minus 10. That's it.
That's how you do. That's how you're supposed to do
This
the
here- this
digital
is-
faders on touch pans.
I would
No,
never
it-
put in something
it is
that
government-
was
like penalty technology integration.
It is. But
It's
I
not
have
penalty,
had
It's called malicious compliance. Yes, here's
Yes.
the fader. You get plus 3, minus 3. That's what you get.
I don't trust that this is going to be good enough. Look, I've gone so far as to put just in 10K pots, and that's the only way they can turn the damn thing up, right?
Pre-corroded.
That's called analog.
I
warmth.
buy new ones for that. The corroded ones I keep on my bench.
We'll pay more for that now.
Mm,
hipsters.
like to take a sniff of those.
I have one more can of the old school contact cleaner.
The
almost
Oxy Clear
out.
Gold.
Yeah, the really good stuff.
Mhm.
That probably is tearing bigger holes in the ozone every time you press the button.
So, I just a quick vote around the room here. These things are required, yes or no?
No.
No.
What?
Okay, we got
No,
there.
these-
I'm-
this is
my
this
third
is-
vote is no.
This is
Doesn't matter what you
retrofit
say,
stuff.
Chris. It's not going to
It's
Required?
retrofit stuff.
No, it's not required. It's certain places I would.
I mean, you're
I would
not really
suggest it.
required to even have sound. So, I
Every,
mean, it's just-
well,
I think just about every house of worship should have one.
They do. It doesn't do anything as it is. That's why we just pay for this.
Yeah.
It doesn't work.
so from the standpoint of like more
Hire the
like
wrong
mixed
integrator.
use spaces or retrofits or whatever, everybody at some point in the next 5 years will need to buy one or two of these, and I'm glad there's companies making them. That's all
Yeah.
I'm going to say.
And I think they're fun anyway.
Yeah, and you just put them on your desk and go.
Well, I do all kinds of weird, crazy because you can map the faders to anything. So you want to move a camera
saying they're
around?
not
you
Can I
want-
map them to my email?
Play with.
Yeah.
Yes,
Send.
good.
You can map it all to anything you want.
Send with veracity. Oh, look at that.
Delete.
So they are very open control boards. They're very clever. Mystery, like I said, mysteries and pragmas are good. I haven't used the Scarhoy one, but the other
Mark,
the
you
other
might
ones
actually
I
want to
like.
look at Scarhoy. They make that little like intermediate like API box to like just add physical controls to any
Oh.
random shit you're doing. So
We can have Atlas.
I can. That's what I'm saying. I can integrate this into my Clawbot and do something.
Yes.
Oh,
We can control the different
you
skills
could,
by
you
way
could
of by way of the
motorize
faders.
and then
You got-
control the mic arm in front of you right now.
It's the muscle and tendon to these agents.
I
Justin,
think they're
let's go.
they're
We're gonna get
they're
this together.
similar to
I got an
what some of
idea.
these
I'm
podcast
with you.
boxes like the Roadcaster and shit. They're just running the, interface.
one like I got right here.
Yeah, and all it's doing is running the DAW's virtual fader. I mean,
But
it's not
I got
doing
a
anything.
thing I can look. I can twist this. I can push this. I got knobs, buttons.
It's
It's
got-
great.
17 faders and one XLR on it. I mean, it's the same deal.
this has
So we're just doing it in
6
professional grade.
XLR on it.
That's 2, maybe 3. They're linked together. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
You know what?
All
I'm
right,
all
what's
in. I'm
next?
all in on Canvas again. You sold me on Canvas. Let's go.
Oh
Yeah,
my
let's go back to
God.
that. By the way, so I had to propose retrofitting a system like this a couple of years ago, where somebody did. They did. It was it Canvas or was it what's the iPad version thing that Biamp had?
That
Anyway.
was terrible.
Yeah. So they had that. They had because people who don't understand audio, they're just like, I don't know, I'll just throw a regular DSP in there. How do you control that? What? So
Bingo.
to your point, Mark, why would you just put a mixer in like a normal person? But anyway, I fixed that on version 2, but it was like, do we have to retrofit this and build out all these faders? And it was a ridiculous thing.
I'm just saying, for cost and function, I feel like there's a more efficient way to do this at the
I don't
at the
disagree.
onset of your.
But I think where
like,
these are going,
meeting
to
with the
Jamie's point,
clients.
are always like, you're
Yeah.
trying to fix something that's already there.
I put them in on
Stand by my
purpose in
statement,
order
man. I
to
still think it's more
limit.
cost effective to fix this with a mixer.
Yeah, to limit the amount of stupid. That's what I've put them in for.
okay.
Like it's no different than why do you put in a DSP that doesn't have any knobs and faders or buttons anyway?
You have it locked out. It's all password protected. Every movement recalls the original scene. Doesn't matter
Whatever
what
it has
just
to do.
recalls the original scene.
But we all
It's
put
a
these in for
perfect-
speaker protection, for amplifier
Yes.
protection, for making sure gain structure stays the same. We all do that for anyway. I mean, why don't we want any buttons on the front of the DSP anyway?
This is a perfect spot for a K through 12 gym where they have high school
Yes.
basketball games, and they're like, I have to have my mixer.
Yes.
Hell, you do, because that creates 7 support calls the day after the game.
Right. And it's just a
All
network.
coming out of that speaker over
And
there.
it's just a network connection, and usually it does very little. And you're right, Mark. It is an expensive way to limit functionality. But then again, I don't have to make support calls on the Yamaha mixer that somebody got to page 98 and ruined.
And usually that support call is, I'll go get my USB drive and reload everything that, because that's what we do that a lot.
Supposed to tape one of those at the bottom.
It's like, oh, somebody screwed up the mixer again. All right, we're just going to go out there and reload it. Done.
It's like all our awesome Juniper switches that just hork themselves.
And they have the file. We showed them how to use it. They still call us.
It's money. That's money.
I know, but it's a
All right.
different show.
Let's close this out with one last
Yeah, one more.
shorty here. Whoops, I gotta run my little this one.
It's First Friday, or the 4th, or the 5th. AVSF Friday Fun. A bonus gift.
So this one actually comes from LinkedIn, and this is a social media post on the social media known as LinkedIn, and this comes from our friends at AV Trust, and they said, Educause has created a lovely tool that we're sure many of you know about. You'd be surprised. But there are probably plenty in the commercial AV community that may be seeing something like this for the first time. Also very true. We're talking about the HECVAT tool designed to measure vendor risk. So this is the Educause, what's the word I'm looking for here? Thing, the compliance, the testing, the assessment. That's the word
tool for security.
And you just proved why you won't be the next CEO of.
There we go.
Hey, or maybe
Articulation.
I can articulate. So anyway, the idea here is and it can be very comprehensive, but it goes through all the security processes. It goes through the how often they maintain and manage their stuff. So it's a huge kind of very broad. It's like an umbrella sort of toolkit for going through. And looking at products, services, whatever, from manufacturers, from vendors, all this stuff. If you are not familiar with this or using it already, you need to get familiar with it and at least be aware of it and how it operates, because at some point it'll get shown to you in a bid document, or your legal department's going to ask something about it or whatever. So as you're starting to delve into I'm putting all my stuff on the network with default password admin and just piping it out to the cloud. You may want to run that HECVAT.
Man, why are you telling all my secrets?
Yeah, all your passwords. It's not like you rattle through and you get the score at the end. That's not kind of how it works. And so
by the way, and also it's just a giant ugly Excel sheet. It's just like, here's all these columns.
And what you want is your manufacturer, vendor, whoever it is, to be able to address as much of it as possible. Like that's what you want to kind of get to, and how are they doing it?
Similar to the what's the VPAT stuff that we're going
it's that way. It's not like you fail. Like it doesn't really work that way. And usually when you talk to manufacturers, hey, do you have a HECVAT we can look at least look at? And they're like whispering, yeah, we'll get back to you. We can do that. And you're like, well, okay. And usually you never hear back from them at that point.
Yeah, don't buy that.
Yeah.
You sound like you might have recently undergone this discussion.
It happens often enough. But it's usually when you share with folks, when it's the first time they get it, they're like, oh, we never knew this existed. And you're like, you know what? I guess I did right by humanity. So
I've skated by thus far. I'm going to continue. So
hey,
your procurement office may want to see something like this. Your legal team may want to see something like this to just go through and like, has this been appropriately vetted? This is the whole hullabaloo we're going through right now with the web accessibility stuff, to try to be like, oh my God, our stuff, we got to check it now. And all the vendors are scrambling to see if they maintain any of that. And everyone's looking for loopholes. And, that
hasn't hit us yet.
Give it about 3 months.
You guys are going to, I know what you guys are going to do. You're just going to unplug stuff. So it doesn't really matter. So just going to turn it off. It's fine.
It's a great idea.
Thanks again to our friends at AV Trust for bringing this, because we brought it up on the show we had with them 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And they've jumped on this as a good tool to have in the tool belt for getting better at being able to assess and deploy technology solutions, software, hardware, whatever. You never know. But if you're plugging that into a network, you probably need to make sure it's at least somewhat compatible with some of the stuff. Or don't. It's up to you.
I'll just get a fake set of faders. Will take care of that. Make them feel like it's secure.
That's how I enter my passwords.
It's just like a combination lock. I mean,
that's what we should do. That's the password. Remember in the old touch panels, you know, all the passwords. It's a correct fader bank that has to be just right.
Oh no,
dialed in just right.
Each fader bank has the entire hexadecimal option.
That's what I'm saying.
And you have to scroll through them.
Yes,
but they're all slightly different and at different ratios.
Ooh, different scaling points.
And they're not in order either.
And the last one, everything happens within that last like 2 points.
Damn it!
I gotta get to Q. Where is it? Anyway, so I'll work on that.
Yes. Cool. All right. Well.
So there you go. Take a look at what the guys at AV Trust are doing. Very cool stuff. Get involved. avtrust.org. Get your stuff to be better, because otherwise you're going to be up a creek at some point. I don't know. You guys can vamp.
Whoa.
I'll do that. So yeah,
I need more faders. I don't have enough physical control over here.
Faders over here, man. Let me get you a Canvas page and take care of that for you.
Yeah, I'll build this out on Canvas and
I
much
can't
better.
believe- This is the guy that wants to run everything from his Stream Deck, and he's bitching about faders.
Me?
Yeah, you.
I don't have anything, man. I have like nothing here.
I'm gonna run my whole classroom off a Stream Deck. Who needs a
I
fader?
have a wireless.
I'm trying to get rid of everything. No buttons, no touch panels, nothing. Just
Yeah,
walk
well,
in
we'll
and
pick that
do
up
your
some other
do.
day.
So anyway,
All right, we'll be back next week with more nonsense and stuff. See ya. We did it. A short show just for the first Friday of the month, usually. Follow us on LinkedIn and Twitter to join us next time. And you'll find the full slate of recorded podcasts and everything else we do at our website, avsuperfriends.com.